Hello everyone, I am HDR support. My name is Kevin. So next I will introduce our CANS gateway. This CANS gateway it have the CANS port and you have two ports. One is the additional power supply port. Another port is the CANS port. So this CANS gateway is different from the CANS IP router. This CANS gateway don't have the database, so we cannot configure this gateway from ETS software. We need to configure this gateway from our Passport Studio software. And this CANS gateway it can link with our on-prod. So with this gateway, we can use our on-prod to local control and remote control our CANS device. So this gateway use the same app as the Passport system. And when I search from the Passport Studio software, I can search the CANS gateway. And from here, we can modify the IP information from here. After we select this CANS gateway and add it to the project, then we can configure the CANS gateway. And the configuration for the room and floor and room is similar with the Passport system. We can create the floor, also can create the room. The main difference is the programming of the CANS device. For the programming in here is just for the on-prod app. So we cannot program the CANS device from the Passport Studio software. We still need to use the CANS software. Now I will open the CANS software, the ETS software. And I already configured the device with ETS software, and I will change the language to English. Also, we can detect our CANS gateway from here. And with the CANS gateway, we also can download the database to the device. So we can see this is HDL gateway, HDL CANS gateway. And I open this CANS project. In this project, we have the lighting curtain and the fan coil unit and the sensor. At first, this device are not in here. If we want to add the CANs device, we need to click the CANs function. Then we can add the lighting and the curtain or the AC, floor heating, flash air, music, sensor, and energy from the Passport Studio. This data is saving in the CANs gateway. And also the CANs gateway have the driver. It's similar with the MasterPro gateway. Now I will show you how to add the device to the CANs gateway. For example, I can delete this living room spotlight. I can delete it and then I can click the CANs function. From here, we can see the living room spotlight is channel 1, and the glue address is 412. And the data is we need to input the channel output glue address and the absolute dimming glue address and the response state and the response state 1 bit and 1 byte. Được cái mic. Okay. Sorry, just now have a noise. So in here we can add the function name. The function name is living room spotlight. I can copy from here. And this is a dimmer, so in the ETS we select the lighting type is the dimming. And in here we can see there's on-off address and also have the blind address. So we need to input the, for example, this is the glue address. So for the on-off is 412. So in here is 412. And the data address is 413. And then next is the brightness glue address. (415) and the feedback address (416). Then I can add it. And in here I can select the room for this lighting. This is in living room, so in here I select living room. And also I can save the data to the gateway. Just now is the example how to add the dimmer to the CANs gateway. So for the relay module, this is the relay module, and I will take the staircase downright as an example. In here, I already add the staircase downright. Where the lighting type is, because it's a relay module, so the lighting type is switch. For the switch, we just have the on-off GRUE address, and for the staircase, the GRUE address 400 and 410. So in here, 400, 410. And we also can configure the value. When off, the value is 0, and when it's on, the value is 1. And for the data is also the same. When it's off, the value is 0, and when it's on, the value is 1. And we also can set the data type is for the on-off GRUE address is 1 bit. So in here we use 1 bit. But for the dimmer is different. For the we have not only have the on-off GRUE address, also have the brightness address. Next is the curtain module. I can click the configuration, and from here we can see the setting for the curtain. We can give a function name for the curtain. Also can set the area, and also can set the function type. Now it's the curtain, so the type is straight. And the curtain type is a switch curtain. For the curtain, it have the on-off GRUE address, also have the stop GRUE address. I can delete it and add again. I click the cancel function, and in here input the function name. This is my curtain module, and this is the curtain living room curtain. So I copy this name. For the type is the shade, and it's a switch curtain. So in here I select switch curtain. From the parameter type, we have single or split. In our curtain module, we use the split type. So in here I select split. And then I need to input the GRUE address to the curtain module. For the open close is 430. So in here 430. And the data on-off data is 43 and 78. Next, the stop address is 431. And the curtain stop data 4379 and add it. And I also can save the area. This is living room, so in here I select the area is living room and save. Next is the AC. For the AC, we can select which kind of function we want to use. In this case, AC module, FCU module, I want to use the cooling, heating, and for the fan, high, medium, low, auto. And for the fan, also have the up, down. And also we can set the temperature. For the AC swing, we don't have this function, so I uncheck from here. Now I will express for the can screw adjust for the AC module. The CAN's association, they define the FCU module don't have the on-off data, but our app have the on-off data, so we use other group address to show the data and control on-off for the FCU. I open the FCU module. For the turn on, turn off function, I use the group address 453. This is we have two objects, the activation of mode object and the on command for the conformer. So when we send one to the conformer, it will turn on the AC, and when we send 0 to this activation of mode group address, it will turn off the AC. So in the parameter page, we can set the value. Because for turn off is 0, so in here I set 0. And for conformer mode, when I send 1, it will turn on the AC, so in here I set it 1. And these two objects use the same group address. Both use 453, 453 and 453. And when it's off, the value is 0, and when it's on, the value is 1. And also have the on-off data. For the on-off data, I use another group address 4512. I use the fence data. I use the fence data to display the on-off of the AC module. So where can I enable the fan on-off data? From the functions data. Enable 1-bit object data fan on-off. So we can use this object to show the on-off data for the AC FCU module. Next is for the mode. For the mode, I use the split type. And because I already control the cooling and heating, so for auto fan and joy, I didn't input the actual glue address, just input the glue address for cooling and heating. From ETS, heating is 4517. So in here the heating is 4517, and for the cooling is 4518. Cooling is 4518. And next is the status of the cooling and heating. 4519 and 4520. This is the status. 4519 and 4520. For the status also, we can enable from function status page. Next is the fan speed. For the fan speed, we also select the split type. And it has the auto, high, medium, low. So we also input the corresponding glue address from the ETS software. High speed, low speed, this fan status. For the speed, this medium speed, low speed, and this high speed. After we input the speed, and then we need to input the fan status. The fan status is from 4509 to 4510, 4511, 4513. So this is the fan status. For the swing, we didn't have swing function, so we no need to set the swing. Oh, and for each glue address, for the mode and the fan, we use the value is 1. For our FCU module, when we send value 1, it will turn on this mode. For example, send 1 in this glue address, it will turn on the cooling mode, and send 1 to the heating glue address, it will turn to the heating mode. Also for the fan status, we also can send value 1. For the temp up down, we no need to set the glue address for it, because the FCU module don't have this type of object. And next is the set temp. This is the setting temp, and this is the feedback of the setting temp. So in the FCU module, the setting temp glue address 451, you can see here is 45. Here's the setting temp glue address, and this is the setting temp feedback is 4516. So in here is 4516, And this is the actual attempt. For the actual attempt, we read from the DLP panel for file shallow. This temperature is setting is from the DLP panel. After all this configuration, and then I can save and add this function to the CANS gateway. So I also want to add RGB lights to the CANS gateway. From here we can see, we can select the lighting type. The lighting type is RGB, and for the RGB light, I can delete it and add it again. You can create a CANS function.可以帮我静音一下吗？有个人开麦了。And in here, I can add the function A. This is the RGBW module, and for the name is the bedroom RGB strip light. So I can copy this name. And the type is the lighting, and it's the lighting type is RGB. In here we can select single or split type. Now I use the single type, and then I can input the GRUE address for the on-off. This is the RGB on-off GRUE address 4611. So in here I input the GRUE address. And the on-off status. On-off status is 4657. And also can set the type. The value type is 1 bit, so in here I use 1 bit. Next is the brightness. For the brightness, we can check from the ETS software. This is the RGB light brightness. It's 4613. and the stator. Four six 58. Next is the RGB type. For the RGB color control is 4610. And next the stator. RGB feedback 4659 and 8. And save it to the bedroom. Next is the PIR sensor. We can go to the PIR sensor. This is our PIR sensor. I can delete the sensor first and add it again. And go to the case function and input the name. The name is PIR, toilet PIR sensor. From here, the type is sensor. From here, we can select PIR. And the type is single. And next, we can input the enable disable address 405. And the stator 406. We also can configure the type, the data type, 1 bit or 1 byte. It's 1 bit, so in here we select 1 bit and the value. When disable 0 and enable is 1. And also we can read the status from the PIR sensor. So how can we read the status from the PIR sensor? We need to read the PIR sensor from the logic. And now I use the logic B. First we enable and then use the switch controller type. When detect no movement, we send on, and no movement, we send off, and there's no delay time. So the sensor data is 407. And add. So I have introduced the AC, the dimmer, the relay, and the next is the temperature sensor. For the temperature sensor, we use the say temperature as the FCU, so the group address 450. I can delete and add it again. case function. And the function is temperature sensor. In here, I also can select the sensor. From here, I select temperature. So we cannot enable or disable the temperature sensor from the OnPro software. So no need to input the address from here. We just need to input here. And the glue address for the sensor is for, let me check from the e-test. The temperature sensor is 450. So in here it's 450. And add. Also, we can set the area for this device. The toilet sensor, we set the position is toilet. And the temperature sensor, you can set it in the living room. And save. And after that, I already configure all the device, and then I can upload the device to the project. Before I already we can create the scene from the BuzzPro Studio software. Also can create from the app. So now I can delete the scene and the automation event from the BuzzPro Studio software. In here, I also can delete, also can create. Now I want to delete and create the scene from the OnPro app and set the setting to the cache gateway. Then I upload the project. This is my HDR app. This is my OnPro. Okay, OnPro project. I can refresh the data. From here, I can see there are 5 rooms: the staircase, the toilet, the dining room, the bedroom, the living room. And also can go to the function page. You can see there are some lighting and the AC. We can go to the AC page to control the AC. Also can change the cooling mode or heating mode. And this is the curtain. We can control the curtain. The lighting, we also can control the lighting. And I also have the sensor. So in here we can see the PI sensor. Now there's no move. When I move my hand to the sensor, we can detect the movement. So now you can see there's someone. And after a while, when there's no movement, it will detect normal. For the sensor, we have the security function. Before I already created the folder, so I can show you how to open the security. When I open it and move my hand to the sensor, then I can receive a message. Sorry. Go to the smart page. I can disarm it first. I can also modify it. So I can add it and confirm. And also can set the alarm target after triggering. For example, I want to turn on the RGB light. Also can send a message, detect movement, and confirm. And open it. And I use the sensor to detect the movement again. After the sensor detects the movement, it will send this message. Like this message, when it detects the movement, we can see the message from here. For the scene and the automation function is the same as the bus system. So in here, I no need to show you because it's the same. I can show you one scene, maybe capture the scene, and the name is all on. And we can select all the area, and also can change the status on. Now it's already on, so in here. And generate the scene. So it's all on. And also can add a all off scene. Select all the room. And now it's off. For the AC, we can change it to off. The curtain, change it to off. And for the RGB, also turn off. And generate the scene. Then I can turn on all the lighting and all the device. Also can turn off. And now the configuration is finished. Then in the Max Pro Studio software, I can go to Personal Center. Change the status to be delivered, and then upload to the project. And I logged in my account. And I go to check my project. And then I can scan the QR code. Click here. So I can, now I log in another account. From here, I log out. Now I add a new resistance and scan the code, QR code. And click confirm. Then you can see the project in here. And this is the function. So for the CAN gateway, the introduction is like this.